Starts right now.
This morning, the Department of Homeland Security is sending a warning about suspects who could be responsible for plotting attacks on the nation's critical infrastructure electrical substations.
Outside with live cam, you can see stars out in the country this morning, and you can feel the cold. We're bumping up against freezing again. Good morning. It is Monday. Today's like the holiday for Christmas, right?
Yeah, it's
the official, like yesterday was Christmas.
Yeah, so it's a federal holiday for Christmas since Christmas landed on a Sunday. So, of course, happy day after Christmas, December 26th.
Roll back over and keep the TV on and go back to sleep.
Yeah. Happy business Christmas.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the offices are closed and stuff like that, like banks. And this is Christmas observed. Even though I observed Christmas yesterday, it was a really nice day outside.
It's beautiful.
Sunny, but cold in the morning. And today's going to be pretty similar to yesterday, just a little bit warmer in the afternoon. It is cold out there right now. It's 28 degrees at the airport. A hard freeze settled in once again over San Antonio for the fourth morning in a row. It's 25 in Bulverde, 30 at Bernie, 24 in Rio Medina, 25 in Bandera, 24 in Kerrville, and 30 in Seguin. But today is going to be warming up pretty quickly. By noon, we'll be in the 50s, and we're going low 60s today for the high temperature, pretty close to the seasonal average, too. West-northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour, although I do think we have one or two more freezes to get through over the next few days. I'll be detailing that, and of course, taking a look at Texas travel across the state today if you plan on hitting the roads or you have loved ones planning on hitting the roads today. David, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. In San Marcos, a former police officer is dead, shot and killed by members from the same police department he was employed with just 3 months ago. This is a previous photo of 36-year-old Kyle Lobo. Just after midnight yesterday, San Marcos police officers responded to a scene where a 911 caller said that Lobo assaulted someone at an apartment complex. At some point, police say Lobo is accused of pointing the gun at police, then shot him. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. KSAT Investigates has covered stories on Lobo. He voluntarily resigned from the department after he was arrested for assault of his wife back in October.
The major winter storm moving across the U.S. killed dozens of people so far, trapping some residents inside homes with heaping snow drifts and knocked out power to several 100,000 homes and businesses across the country. The highest number of fatalities is in New York, where more than a dozen people have died in the wake of the massive snowstorm. 10 of New York's deaths are in the city of Buffalo. The storm marked the first time in history that the Buffalo Fire Department couldn't respond to any calls. National Guardsmen have been called in. Hundreds of people have been rescued from cars. Meanwhile, the storm is causing a holiday travel nightmare for some. According to FlightAware, more than 1,300 domestic and international flights were canceled yesterday, and more expected to be canceled today.
Taiwan's defense ministry said 47 Chinese aircrafts have crossed the median line of the Taiwan Strait into its air defense identification zone. As Beijing announced new military drills around Taiwan, the Taiwanese defense ministry says it's the largest Chinese military incursion into the zone since China staged large-scale military drills around the island following U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit in August of this year. It added that a total of 71 Chinese aircrafts were spotted around the island and that Taiwan's military have responded to these activities by deploying combat air patrol aircrafts, Navy vessels, and land-based missile systems. The Taiwanese Defense Ministry said the cooperation between Taiwan and the United States will help safeguard a free, open, and stable Indo-Pacific region.
Back here in the U.S. this morning, some renewed concerns about the security of the nation's electrical grid after more power stations were vandalized, knocking out power on Christmas Day.
As ABC's Derek Dennis explains, some customers in other parts of the country could still be in the dark this morning.
This morning, new attacks highlighting the vulnerability of the U.S. power grid. On Sunday, Christmas Day, 3 power stations in Washington state were broken into, 2 of them vandalized. As a result, Tacoma Public Utilities and Puget Sound Energy reported 14,000 customers were left in the dark. Officials posting a message urging customers to report outages.
You think nothing of when you turn on a light switch, but whenever you haven't had power for a few days and you turn on a light switch, it means it's just everything.
The attacks come after at least 5 power substations were reportedly attacked in Washington and Oregon last month, and 2 more in North Carolina earlier this month. The targeted shootings at power substations left entire towns in Moore County without power for days.
And we have confirmed that this was malicious intent. This was no accident.
The local sheriff saying Duke Energy crews saw someone shooting from a vehicle near a power plant, then speeding off. Shell casings at the 2 sites recovered. Search warrants issued in the case, but it wasn't clear if they were for a person or people in the area.
Every investigator working on this case, state, local, and federal, know what you want, and that's answers.
Many substations are vulnerable because they're in remote areas and are mostly unattended. As for the Washington state attacks on Christmas Day, a statement from the Pierce County Sheriff says deputies are conducting the initial investigation. We do not have any suspects in custody. It is unknown if there are any motives or if this was a coordinated attack on the power systems.
One former regulator said he can't recall another month with as many physical threats made to the U.S. electric grid, and a recent Homeland Security bulletin warned that domestic extremists have been developing plans to disrupt the grid since at least 2020. Derek Dennis, ABC News, New York.
It's 4:36 and 31 degrees.
The Texas Longhorns getting ready for the Alamo Bowl this week. Coming up next, how the team is preparing for the matchup with the Washington Huskies.
Very exciting. Let's take a look outside of the roads. Quiet morning. That is 37 in Hackberry. Not a lot of cars on the roads at this time. If any incidents pop up around town, we will let you know about them.
And once again with live cam and nice, crisp, beautiful morning in anticipation of another beautiful day. So if you're off today, things are looking good for you. We'll be right back. You're watching Good Morning San Antonio. The Valero Alamo Bowl coming up in just a few days, Thursday night. So the Texas Longhorns held their first workout here in San Antonio yesterday, and this is what it looked like at Trinity University, where the Horns took the field to prepare for the Washington Huskies in the Dome. The Longhorns ranked 20th in the country. The Huskies ranked 12th. And for some members of the Longhorn team, this is their second trip to San Antonio. You remember the Horns' last appearance in the Valero Alamo Bowl was back in 2020 when they dominated Colorado 55-23.
Having the ability, to get an opportunity on a stage like this, I think that's huge. I was able to play, in Alamo myself my freshman year. So I think when you get a chance to step up like these guys have, and, they've been putting in their work, I'm just really excited to see what they can do out there.
So some guys are familiar with their surroundings. Meanwhile, the Huskies arrived at San Antonio around 8:30 last night to begin their preps for the only second trip to the Alamo City for them.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
The Dallas Cowboys beat their NFC rivals, the Philadelphia Eagles, this past weekend, even though it was a struggle against the team missing their star quarterback. Still, backup Gardner Minshew was able to give the Dallas D a run for their money, throwing for 355 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Cowboys needed all the help they could get to pull this one out, and T.Y. Hilton turned out to be one of the heroes of the game. Signed by the Cowboys last week, but inactive in the overtime loss to the Jaguars. Check out this catch by T.Y. Hilton. Yeah, his first game with the Cowboys comes on Christmas Eve. Comes up with the Christmas miracle after Prescott was sacked a couple of times. It was 3rd and 30 with just over 8 minutes to play. And Prescott was able to find Hilton, made a spectacular catch, 52-yard gain. That led to this. CeeDee Lamb's second touchdown of the day. The game eventually went the Cowboys' way. They pick up the victory, 40-34.
Yeah, that's a guy that's made a lot of big-time catches in his career, had a long career, and has been very, very successful. Fourth down, I went to him, and he drew the holding call earlier in the game, and right there, 3rd and 30, he got even with him as I was releasing it. I knew to put some air under, and he'd go. I knew he'd go make a play, and it would be either that or incompletion, and he obviously went and made a catch. So 3rd and 30, find T.Y.
I was like, man, if that give me it, and then the ball just took off, and I'm like, well, here we go. And that's what I do, man. I just make plays. That's what I'm here for. Continue to make plays, continue to guide those guys and help them as much as I can. And, when I get out there, just show that I'm still here.
By the way, that was pass interference. It didn't get called, but he made the catch, so it didn't matter. Next up for the Cowboys, road trip to Nashville to face the Titans. Thursday night football for Dallas and the Titans. And speaking of the Titans, They fell to the Texans for Houston's only second win of the season. That's after their game was delayed by an hour due to unprecedented cold weather that forced rolling blackouts. Turned out the delayed start was well worth it for the Texans. It's because the Texans were able to stun the Titans 19-14. They outscored Tennessee 9-0 in the fourth quarter. And if that's not a shocker enough for you, the Texans, who are 2-1-1 in their division, could wind up with the best division record before the season is over. Think about that.
We're 2-1-1. I think we're 2-1-1 in the division. And we want to end up with the best record in our division. We finish up with 2 more division opponents, so those games are huge for us.
The record is what it is at this point, but we're coming in fighting for everything we can do, week in and week out, to try to go out there and scratch our way to get some wins. We've been close the past couple of weeks, got it today, and really excited for these next 2 games to close out the season.
Next up, they host the Jaguars on New Year's Day at noon. San Antonio Spurs try to get back in the win column tonight after losing to Orlando Magic last Friday. Tonight the team takes on the Utah Jazz, 7 o'clock, AT&T Center. Tomorrow the Spurs travel to Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. Thursday the team returns home. That's a lot of games in a week right before the end of the year, isn't it? They welcome the Knicks Thursday. And while some of you may have had a few problems opening some packages, some of those gifts this weekend, check out Pop on Friday night. Let's see, do we have this? He's trying to open up something here. Let's see, where is it? Coming after the
it's a game of mistakes, and so everybody learns. That's our job, to point that stuff out and try to make it better.
Probably a factor tonight, but how long is Jakob?
He's fine. Wish I could open this.
They have a lot of young players, but tough.
That's pretty good.
Someone hand him a pocket knife.
Something.
Yeah.
Somebody help a man out. I hope it wasn't something that he was really, really wanted. I hope he wasn't hungry or something. That was a snack. I don't know what that was. But all right. So he's probably still messing with that thing.
He's still trying to open it.
Yeah. Give it to the grandkids. They'll figure it out for you. All right.
It's 4:44, 31 degrees.
Coming up next, it might be a little tougher to return some of those holiday gifts in your favorite stores this week because you can't open them.
Yeah. Well, if you're returning holiday gifts today, expect some tougher than usual return policies at your favorite stores. ABC's Becky Worley has this morning's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, we've got all the answers if you're considering returning a gift this year. The National Retail Federation reporting that returns nearly doubled during the pandemic. $218 billion worth of online purchases were sent back, and the return rate is estimated to stay in that elevated range for 2022. And now retailers are responding.
So we're seeing this year that return policies have gotten a little bit less generous than we've seen in years past.
Policies like shortening the return window, charging restocking fees, or telling shoppers they'll have to pay for shipping.
So when you're thinking about returning something, it's really important to keep your timeline in mind. Try to get it done within January, if possible.
And coming up at 7 a.m., what you need to know to avoid all those headaches with your holiday gift returns. With your GMA First Look, I'm Becky Worley, ABC News, Oakland, California.
Let's take a look outside with Trans Guide. Quiet morning.
Although when I was driving in this morning, I saw more traffic than I normally do at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Because people were probably returning home.
Ooh, that's dangerous, returning home. What have you been doing all night is what I want to know. If you just
celebrating Christmas, David.
Be careful.
Please be safe out there. If any incidents occur, we will let you know about.
Of course, people might be backing up and heading home, too, after a big weekend.
They may. That's true.
Of Christmas.
And, travel across the state of Texas is actually going to be just fine over the next few days, weather-wise at least. Traffic may be another issue, but let's go ahead and take a look across the state of Texas. Temperatures are going to be in the 60s around San Antonio today, but if you're heading to the north, up into the 50s. Again, mainly sunny skies around San Antonio throughout the day today. Early tomorrow morning, we're going to be looking at pretty much a freeze across the state of Texas, but there's no precipitation to talk talk about, so we won't have to worry about any ice or anything like that. On Tuesday, another sunny day, a little bit warmer too, with temperatures starting to get into the mid-60s around town. And then looking ahead to Wednesday morning, if you're heading home in the middle of the week, again, more of the same. Plenty of sunshine, temperatures warming to into the 70s by the middle of the week. Outside right now in San Antonio, though, it is cold. It's 28 degrees here in San Antonio. It feels like 23. We do have a light wind from the north at about 5 miles per hour. But early this morning, dealing with another freeze in New Braunfels, it's 30, 24 in Hondo, 25 in Kerrville, 26 in Pleasanton, 25 in Carrizo Springs, and 27 in Eagle Pass. Neighborhood view, good morning, Castroville. It's 27 degrees in your neighborhood, 30 in Seguin, 24 Rio Medina, Medina Lake area, and 25 in Kerrville. As we look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, we're going to have abundant sunshine today. So even though we may see temperatures come down a degree or two before sunrise, by about 9, we're going to be above freezing this morning, and around noon, close into the mid-50s. We'll have west-northwest winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. 62 degrees for the high temperature today. Nice to see those 60s on the map. As we look at highs around south central Texas, it'll be 64 in Uvalde, 64 in Cotulla, 60 in Beeville, 62 in Canyon Lake, and 59 in Kerrville. Here's a look at the weather setup across the nation. There is a big dynamic system working its way across the Mississippi River Valley and into the Great Lakes. This could cause some travel spots throughout the day today, so check with your airline before you head out. Otherwise, though, this cold front is actually going to be moving through San Antonio, but the only thing you're going to notice is a wind shift later on this afternoon. Winds will be from the north. This is not a potent cold front by any means, but instead it is going to be turning those winds from the north and allow for us to have one more morning where temperatures will be widespread below freezing. So early tomorrow morning, it'll be 30 degrees around San Antonio, upper 20s generally elsewhere, but we are going to be able to see comfortable afternoons. By Wednesday, I think temperatures are going to be able to be above freezing on Wednesday early in the morning, but just barely so, right around 34 degrees. We'll be near 70 on Wednesday. We do have a small chance for rain Thursday and Friday, just isolated coverage. And then New Year's Eve and New Year's Day looks great for any kind of celebrations, any firework displays, those kinds of things. Keep in mind, I'll be talking about nationwide travel problems coming up in the next half hour of GMSA.
Got to watch those fireworks, though. We're still in a drought.
We are. That's a good point, David. Second driest year on record so far, and unless we get a lot of rain Thursday and Friday, which is not looking like it, then that'll be the case for us.
Thank you, Sarah.
452 and a chilly 31 degrees.
Still ahead, Antonio Banderas is back as a familiar cat in the new series that tries to take advantage of its movie's theatrical success.
The new Avatar movie not performing as well as expected so far. Plus, Antonio Banderas returns to a familiar animated role.
For the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Chuck Siverston.
I am Puss in Boots. Antonio Banderas has returned to lend his voice to a character he's played for almost 20 years, Puss in Boots. But this time around, the swashbuckling feline is now facing his mortality. Salma Hayek Pinot has also returned.
When you only have one life, that's what makes it special.
As the voice of Puss's sometimes nemesis and sometimes partner, Kitty Softpaws. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, is now playing in theaters.
He's got a bloody map.
The two National Treasure movies earned nearly $1 billion combined back in 2004 and 07. Despite the success, a planned third movie was never made. But now fans of the franchise can stream a new limited series on Disney Plus on a journey searching for treasure. And happy birthday, Kit Harington, the actor best known for his role as Jon Snow in Game of Thrones, is 36. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. Chuck Sivertson, ABC News.
Every time I hear Game of Thrones, I think winter is coming.
Winter is definitely here. It's here, David.
Got it.
All right, it's 4:56 and 31 degrees.
Millions of people remain hunkered down as a deep freeze moves across the U.S. overnight and into the early morning. Coming up next, how the storm has turned deadly and trapped some people inside their homes.
Plus, a local artist and archbishop try to bring some much-needed joy to the community of Uvalde for the holiday season.
And back outside with Trans Guide. A little bit of traffic out there, not much. We'll keep an eye on it for you this morning. A lot of folks getting up and headed back home after a wonderful holiday weekend. We'll be right back. You're watching Good Morning San Antonio.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
I'm ABC's Justin Finch. Following that weekend winter storm that's left dozens dead and hampered holiday travel for thousands. The details ahead.
Another cold morning here, day after Christmas, morning after Christmas, 31 degrees at 5 this morning. But Sarah Spivey says things will start to warm up later this week. She'll have our forecast in just a bit.
And good morning. It is Monday. It is December 26th, the day after Christmas. People still enjoying the holiday weekend. Some people are off today. So
I'm definitely still in holiday mode.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if I'm really here or where am I?
Well, you're here.
I'm here. I'm here. Hey, and we're so happy that you guys are watching and you're here with us this morning.
Absolutely.
And it's a little chilly this morning. So for those people that are off, they're just going, I'm just going back to sleep.
It's cold this morning.
Just keep us on.
Yeah, temperatures are in the 20s, but we're warmer than yesterday morning. By the way, Christmas morning yesterday, we got down to 22 degrees. That's the second coldest Christmas morning on record for San Antonio. We're slowly going to start the warm-up process this week, and by Wednesday, Thursday, we'll be in the 70s. So just around the corner, my Christmas gift to you, warming into the 70s later on this week. 28 degrees outside right now. Winds are generally calm at the moment. It's still very dry outside. And as we take a look elsewhere, it's 24 in Kerrville, 25 in Bandera, 28 at Stinson, 30 in New Braunfels, and 30 in Gonzales and in Seguin. Today we'll be warming up to above freezing as early as 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, then around noon, 54, 62 for the high temperature, and a chilly evening tonight. If maybe you want to go out and look at some Christmas lights with the family, temperatures are going to be pretty cold, so make sure to grab that jacket with you. West-northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. It might be a busy travel day for some folks, so let's go ahead and take a look at TransGuide. You can see that we're not really seeing too many issues there on the road. That's a look at I-37 at Hackberry. As we take a look across San Antonio, things look just fine. I'll be taking a look at your Texas travel forecast over the next 5 days, coming up in just a bit. David, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Christmas celebrations put on hold when a fire broke out at 2 different places last night.
Our Camelia Juarez is on the city's northwest side where firefighters have put out an apartment fire. Camelia, what do you know?
Well, Sarah, David, so far we know that no one was hurt in either fire. But just around 10 o'clock last night, Leon Valley Fire Department and Balcony Hills Fire Department responded to a fire that happened at this apartment complex. But I'll give you a better look. It's called Balcones Lofts, but we'll give you a look at some of the video from last night. Now, Castle Hills and Leon Valley Fire say it started with a small kitchen fire. Fire crews were quick to put out the fire, but 2 people living here were unable to return to their home. It's unclear if the family has a family to stay with, or if they are being assisted by Red Cross. Investigators are still working to learn what caused that fire. And over on the city's northeast side, around 11:30 last night, San Antonio Fire says a couple woke up to the smell of smoke. When they got out of their trailer home, there was a fire and they called for help. San Antonio Fire says the fire was caused by something that happened in their fireplace. Now, again, no one was injured in either fire, and investigators are, and it's unclear if the couple in that trailer home was displaced. We don't have that information just yet, but reporting live on the northwest side, Camelia Juarez, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Camelia. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office is still trying to identify a man who was killed in a 2-vehicle crash involving a suspected drunk driver. The 78-year-old passenger was pronounced dead at the scene. Police arrested the SUV driver. He was booked for intoxicated manslaughter. The crash happened just after midnight yesterday on W.W. White Road in East South Cross. San Antonio police say an SUV ran a red light, hitting a car. The driver of the car was taken to the hospital. And it has been a tough year for so many in our area. And more than 80 miles west of us, the community of Uvalde continues to grieve the 19 students and 2 teachers who were killed this past May.
This holiday season, all of this tragedy inspired Archbishop Gustavo Garcia Sierra to deliver something special to the community. And as Stefania Jimenez reports, he's doing it with help from a local artist.
It's absorbing all the wounds. And then the 3 hearts this is the actual shooting.
It's not an easy topic, but it's reality. Many people are in pain. With all the shootings and deaths our community has suffered this year, Archbishop Gustavo Garcia Siller says we need hope, and he thinks this glass sculpture could help.
But now is transformation, is change, is a process has taken place.
The Archbishop just explained the symbolism behind this sculpture. But before we get into those details, meet Ginny Garcia. She created the piece. She's been an artist in San Antonio for 25 years.
I'm a storyteller. And so if you were to come to me to get a chandelier done, I would talk to you about your family. And I would ask you about everything. And so it would be a representation of something that would be very heartfelt.
So after the tragedy in Uvalde happened, Ginny's phone rang. It was the Archbishop.
He was looking for a preaching tool, something that he could easily take out, put on a desk or put in front of a church and speak to the certain points related to suffering and to love and to how to a healing tool. We've got hearts of stone and hearts that are just not able to heal, there's just so much anger going on. So how do we turn suffering into love?
That question and many others eventually led Ginny to complete this sculpture, which Archbishop Gustavo Garcia Siller plans to take whenever he meets with people impacted by gun violence. He wants them to know that he sees their pain, they're loved, and there's hope for healing.
Dialogue brings so much richness when it really is a listening moment. And we can listen not only with our ears, sometimes we listen with our eyes. Sometimes we listen with our silence, sometimes with words, or sometimes with some actions. But there is always, we were made for communication, for building something more than ourselves as individuals.
Stefania Jimenez, KSAT 12 News.
The 2022 holiday season becoming a nightmare for millions still trying to deal with the deadly winter storm. So far this morning at San Antonio International, there have been at least 16 departure cancellations and 3 arrival cancellations.
And as ABC's Justin Finch reports, those delays have many people wondering how they are going to get to their final destinations.
A tragic holiday weekend for dozens of families now planning funerals after winter storms nationwide left at least 39 people dead.
There is substantial, significant, and devastating loss of life as a result of this winter storm.
Storm-related incidents now blamed for at least 17 deaths in New York State, 10 from the city of Buffalo alone, and that toll is expected to rise. Authorities report multiple people found dead in or near their cars.
We know there are people who've been stuck in cars for more than 2 days, and there are people in homes that are below freezing now temperatures.
The storm also dropping nearly 4 feet of snow, with an extra 2 feet still possible in some areas. Buffalo's airport is closed until tomorrow, adding to the growing list of flight cancellations across the country.
I don't have no choice. Okay. But I'm going to stay here until Monday.
At the airport?
At the airport.
Thousands of passengers left stranded nationwide, some sleeping in airports. More than 2,800 flights canceled yesterday alone, and nearly 6,700 were delayed. And from coast to coast, treacherous road conditions. In Rockton, Illinois, several injured in this 8-vehicle crash. And in Ohio, a deadly multi-car pileup involving roughly 50 cars.
This is a stark reminder of what can happen when you get behind the wheel and try to drive in bad weather conditions.
And power outages left hundreds of thousands in the dark over the weekend. And Con Edison, the power supplier to New York City, thanked customers Sunday for reducing their energy consumption, saying the system has now stabilized. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
No, David, we were complaining about how cold it is here, but we are so fortunate that we didn't have any snow or ice on the roads, and so far everyone has been safe.
And if you are headed to the airport, you might want to check with your airline as you head that direction if you're picking somebody up or if you are planning on flying out today, because obviously the Northeast is still having a lot of problems. So check that airline, see what's going on.
It's 5:09, 31 degrees.
Be delayed today. Still ahead when it comes to digital voice assistants. Find out which one performs the best.
And next, thanks to Habitat for Humanity, a family got to move into their brand new home just in time for the holidays.
Once again, outside with live cam. Shouldn't have any problems on the road if you're paying attention to the way you're driving today, because the roads are dry. So I don't know what kind of excuse you're going to have, but pay attention. Do what you're supposed to do. Put away all those distractions. No cell phones. You're going to need your sunglasses today.
Thank you, Dad. 2 hands on the wheel.
That's right. Use your blinker. And welcome back. It is 13 minutes after 5 o'clock. It is a wrap for this year's efforts from Habitat for Humanity. The nonprofit completed a total of 52 homes to give back to families across our community this year.
And Jonathan Cotto was there as one family saw their Christmas wish come true.
Thanks to Habitat for Humanity, this family gets to move into their brand new home just in time for the holidays.
Well, we're very excited. We're very happy. Yeah, I'm very happy for my family to get a new home.
Estrella says having the keys to their very own home, it doesn't feel real.
We're working very hard, almost more than 20 years, to get a new home. So it's our dream completely, yeah, for my kids, for my husband.
The Del Rio family never thought this day would come. They say the last 2 decades haven't been the easiest.
We pay rent. It's hard. It's hard to pay rent because nothing is yours. You throw your money. But we don't have other choice.
But this Christmas, things will look and feel a little different for the Del Rios.
Security, more happy, more comfortable, more in family, more. It's totally different.
For Estrella, the heart of any home is the kitchen, and says she plans on cooking all the traditional fixings this Christmas. Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Best Christmas present, a nice warm home.
5:15, 31 degrees.
Still ahead, Apple could see more production problems in China. We'll tell you why and what that means for your iPhones and iPads.
And once again, outside with TransGuide. What is that?
That was 281 in the quarry.
410 at Marbach. Nobody's out there.
No.
Where's everybody?
At home, safe.
There's a few people out there.
We'll be right back.
Gillette presents the Gillette Labs with Exfoliating Bar, a razor designed to take the hassle out of your routine with effortless shaving and one efficient stroke. The bar and the handle removes unseen dirt and debris that gets in the way of the blades, so nothing gets between you and a quick and easy shave. All with a lifetime warranty. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Had enough? No, arthritis. Here, Aspercream arthritis. Full prescription strength. Reduces inflammation. Thank the gods. Don't thank them too soon.
Kick pain in the Aspercream.
Wish your car's air freshener didn't start so strong and then fade too soon? Try Febreze Car Vent Clips. Unlike other fresheners, Febreze releases a consistent amount of scent day after day for 40 days. Won't overwhelm, won't fade away. Febreze Car. Love it or get your money back.
In today's Tech Bites, a reported spike in COVID cases across China could impact Apple's bottom line. China is home to the world's largest iPhone factory, and the company may be facing supply chain issues after the country's zero COVID policy ended and more Chinese hospitals are now overwhelmed. A quick fix may be coming soon for an issue with the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Users have been complaining about flashing horizontal lines on the display periodically occurring when they wake up their phone. Apple reportedly said it's a software issue and is now planning to release an update. And Google Assistant has beat out Siri, Alexa, and Bixby in a comparison of smartphone voice assistants. In a test of basic abilities, Google held the top spot due to accuracy and overall functionality, though Bixby and Siri were close. Alexa was judged as being behind those options. So is Google really the best? Well, if you ask Apple users, they'll tell you no, Siri, Bob. Those are your Tech Bites.
Oh my goodness.
Did Santa finally bring you a voice assistant, David?
A what?
One of those voice assistant people? Do you have one at your house?
No.
You don't have an Alexa or Siri or?
No, I just do it myself.
Okay.
What do you mean, like one of those things you say, hey, Siri, turn the TV on?
Exactly.
No, I can handle that.
You can turn on TV just by yourself.
Good job,
There's so
David.
many things going through my head right now about talking to some machine, having it tell you what to do.
I am not surprised. I'm not surprised that you don't have one.
Oh my goodness. I don't know about you guys, but I got loved ones traveling across the state of Texas today. Let's take a look at TransGuide right now. Things look okay. That's 281 south at San Pedro. Everything is flowing smoothly as we take a look at 90 at Couples. Again, quite a few people there out on the road early this morning. You know, today is Christmas observed Monday, so we've got some businesses still closed down, but other people got to get home, got to get to work. Let's take a look at Texas Travelcast across the state. Today is going to be a nice day, pretty mild and sunny. Tomorrow, another freeze is likely across Texas. And then in the afternoon tomorrow, we'll slowly start the warming process in the 50s and 60s around Texas. And then again, a light freeze possible early on Wednesday, but generally a nice couple of days here to travel across the state of Texas. Other than the traffic, things are going to be okay weather-wise across the state of Texas. Right now outside, it is 28 degrees, mostly sunny skies. You know, we've had plenty of clear skies out there, clear skies, dry air. That makes for cold mornings and comfortable afternoons. Temperatures have been able to rise under complete sunshine, and that's going to be the case today as well. But right now it is very cold, 22 in Kerrville, 32 in Del Rio, 23 in Criso Springs. Good morning in New Braunfels. It's 30 degrees, 27 in Pleasanton and around San Antonio. It's 28 Port SA, 27 in Castroville, 32 in Bernie, and 25 in Bandera. As we take a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, over the next couple of hours, temperatures may drop by a degree or two, but once we see the sun, we'll quickly rise above freezing by 9 o'clock. Right around 10, we'll already be in the 40s, and already by noon, we'll be in the mid-50s. 54 degrees right around lunch. West winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour today, and a high temperature of 62. Finally getting into the 60s for the high temperatures around San Antonio and south central Texas. It'll be 64 in Del Rio, 60 in Pleasanton, 64 in Cotulla, 62 in Canyon Lake, and 62 in Hondo. As we take a look at the weather setup, travel problem spot going to be across, once again, the Great Lakes and the Mississippi River Valley, across parts of the Appalachian Mountains. That's where we've got a weather system that's moving through. Behind this system is a fairly weak cold front, all right? We're really not going to be seeing it do much to our weather here in San Antonio, other than you may notice the winds shift to the north by tonight, and that'll keep humidity a little lower for the next day or so. So I do think we'll have another widespread freeze early tomorrow morning, although you'll notice that temperatures are not going to be as cold as they have been. I think we'll get down to 30 degrees here in San Antonio early tomorrow morning, upper 20s in the hill country. So remember to still keep your still keep your pets inside and your plants covered, although I don't think pipes are going to be in danger of freezing overnight tonight, because that freeze is not going to be as hard of a freeze. Then tomorrow, 60 degrees for the high temperature under mostly sunny skies. Wednesday, we'll wake up close to freezing, but I think we'll be just above it on Wednesday morning at 34, 68 and sunny on a Wednesday. It's going to be a nice day on Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, we have a small chance for rain, only isolated showers possible for us, maybe a rumble of thunder on Thursday, but coverage will only be about 30%. Then as we look into New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, things look pretty great for the weekend. Mornings in the 50s, afternoons in the 70s. So we're going to go from below the average to above the average by the weekend. So what a swing in temperatures over this holiday season.
Okay, so I bring the plants in Tuesday afternoon, you think?
Yeah, I think that'll be perfectly fine.
Bring the plants back out.
Yeah, I think that'll be perfectly fine. Again, I think there could be a couple of pockets with a light freeze Wednesday morning, but there's not going to be any issues.
Okay. Thank you, Sarah. You don't have to crack open the horse trough like you were telling us.
Wow, we got some of that ice melting temperature going. That's nice.
Yeah.
Because it was frozen this weekend.
It really was.
A lot of time out there with a hammer, just breaking up ice.
Oh, dear.
So we go from below the average to above the average.
Yeah.
Doesn't that make the average?
Oh my gosh, maybe it averages out to the average. That's too much math this early in the morning, so.
Yeah, it's 5:24 and 31 degrees.
Toss that one at you. Coming up next, you thought Christmas was over. Nope. Mariah Carey's Christmas anthem breaks even more holiday records, and Chris Rock teases his new Netflix comedy special. Welcome back. 527. A familiar holiday anthem tops the charts once again, and Chris Rock teases his first comedy special since the Oscar slap.
Here's CNN's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
Mariah Carey retains her title as the Queen of Christmas music. The singer's 1994 hit All I Want for Christmas Is You tops the Billboard Hot 100 chart for the fourth Christmas in a row. The track's popularity on streaming platforms has created this repeated resurgence, becoming the first song to have 4 separate holiday runs at number 1.
Chris, they're ready for you.
Get ready for more Chris Rock. The comedian will take the stage for Selective Outrage, the first live event to ever be streamed on Netflix. The comedy special marks Rock's first since getting slapped by Will Smith at the Oscars this year and will premiere on March 4th.
That's how much longer you got to be alive. And it isn't long, my pretty. It isn't long.
A pretty piece of Oz history nabbed nearly $500,000. The 20-inch hourglass held by the Wicked Witch of the West in 1939's The Wizard of Oz was sold at auction this month for a whopping $495,000. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Don't break it. It's 528, 31 degrees.
Ukrainians are finding moments of holiday peace. The largest religion of Ukraine is Orthodox Christianity. How the country was able to celebrate in the middle of a war with Russia.
Plus, how anyone getting paid for their goods and services through apps like Venmo or Etsy just got a reprieve from the IRS.
Ukrainians are finding moments of holiday peace amid Russia's relentless war. How Christians there are still celebrating Christmas in the middle of that conflict.
31 degrees at 5:32, day after Christmas, the actual federal holiday for Christmas today. But Sarah Spivey says things are going to warm up later in the week. She'll have our forecast in just a bit.
And good morning. It is 5:32. It is Monday. It is the 26th of December, and it's getting warmer.
Well, I mean, it's 31 right now.
Well, it's actually 28. That little bug at the bottom of the screen.
So I don't know what I'm talking about.
We don't even know.
What you're saying.
Don't look at it.
Why don't you guys let me take over?
Go for it.
No, just kidding. It is cold out there, definitely. It's 30 degrees in New Braunfels, 30 in Seguin, 28 at Stinson, 23 in Hondo, 27 in Castroville. We have had several mornings here where temperatures have been well below freezing. And I think we could have a couple more over the next day or two. So we'll talk about that in a bit. But just know that in the afternoon today, it's going to be pretty pleasant. Temperatures are going to quickly warm up today. We'll be at 40 degrees by 10, mid-50s by the lunch hour, 62 for the high temperature today. West-northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's what we're going to talk about in the forecast. Today, sunny, getting into the 60s. Tomorrow, another light freeze is possible in the morning, but again, sunny skies. And then in the week ahead, we'll have 70 degrees by Thursday. Also, some isolated rain is possible as we end the year and head into New Year's Eve weekend. This forecast for you coming up in a bit, but first let's go ahead and take a look at TransGuide. Busy travel day potentially around San Antonio. Things look pretty good though out there right now. 281 at 410 looks pretty nice. Smooth sailing there, no issues. 281 at San Pedro as well, just fine. Again, not anticipating too many incidents on the roads today. There's not going to be any issues as far as weather goes across the state of Texas. We'll take a look at where some areas across the nation could be experiencing some weather delays coming up in just a bit. David, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Most people in Ukraine spending the holiday in the cold and the dark. Russia has offered no response for the season.
However, as CNN's Amy Kiley reports, Ukrainians have found ways to celebrate the season.
Only a few days of this year left. We must be aware that our enemy will try to make this time dark and difficult for us.
Ukrainians are finding moments of holiday peace amid Russia's relentless war.
No kamikaze drones are capable of extinguishing the Christmas dawn.
The largest religion of Ukraine and Russia is Orthodox Christianity. It'll mark Christmas on January 7th, but today is also a public Christmas holiday in Ukraine, and many Ukrainians celebrated yesterday. These soldiers sat down for a meal together, and in Kyiv, Russia's infrastructure attacks didn't stop the lighting of the capital Christmas tree. This year it runs on a generator and has energy-saving bulbs.
We will fill our hearts with warmth and light.
But Russia isn't backing down for the holiday season. Its military struck different parts of Ukraine over the weekend. Most people there are spending the Christmas season in the cold and dark. Many are cut off from loved ones with few ways to communicate. But that doesn't mean they've lost hope.
I know that darkness will not prevent us from bringing the invaders to their new defeats.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
This morning, the Taliban warning U.S. officials against interfering in what they are calling Afghans' internal issues. The message came from a Taliban spokesperson saying no one will be allowed to speak out under the title of humanitarian aid. It comes after the Taliban ordered all local and international non-governmental organizations to stop female employees from going to work. Also following a tweet from a U.S. diplomatic official questioning how the Taliban administration intends to prevent the starvation of women and children.
2 busloads of migrants were dropped off near Vice President Harris's residence in Washington, D.C. This past weekend, no one was there to greet the asylum seekers as they arrived outside the U.S. Naval Observatory from Texas. An administration official says the migrants were then taken to local shelters. More asylum seekers could arrive in D.C. soon. Governor Greg Abbott continues to say this move continues to be a way of helping the migrants find more suitable accommodations since small Texas towns quickly become overwhelmed with the amount of people coming in from across the border.
Christmas may not be over for somebody. How about a mega big lottery prize to round out your year? The Mega Millions jackpot has rolled over again after no one came up the winner on the game's top prize in Friday night's drawing. It is now an estimated $565 million that'd go down to the holder of the ticket. That would represent the 6th largest prize in Mega Millions history. The jackpot has grown ever since the last grand prize was split between 2 winning tickets back on October 14th. Remember how much that was? That was like in the billions, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Your odds to win the whole thing remain about 1 in more than 302 million. The next drawing is set for tomorrow night.
Do you play? Do you ever play?
Oh, every now and then you just walk through the store and grab one real quick.
When it gets to like this big, I play.
Do you?
So I'm going to have to.
I think your odds would be better if you played when it was like a smaller amount. Because fewer people play, because people start playing more.
I usually don't play until it gets after 100 million. Because I see it when I'm driving down the highway and I get excited. I'm like, oh. Then I start daydreaming for like the next 5 minutes.
It's that power of advertising. Gotcha.
Got me.
5:37, 31 degrees.
Up next, King Charles III pays tribute to his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, as he broadcasts his first Christmas message, how the rest of the royal family is celebrating the holidays.
Outside with live cam. So if you got some toys that you want to play with outside, maybe the parents got some, I don't know, maybe some mom and dad got a skateboard or something. Along with the kids, you go outside today. Today's going to be a great day.
Beautiful to do that.
Test the new big wheel. See if that works. You know what do they have big wheels?
I don't know. Is that a thing still?
Take you overseas to a very different Christmas in the British royal family this year.
ABC's Morgan Norwood shows us how King Charles now and his family are getting through the holidays.
For the first time without Queen Elizabeth, the royal family, led by King Charles, celebrating Christmas at Sandringham Estate. After the last 2 celebrations were canceled due to COVID, King Charles returning to tradition for the first time as monarch. Notably absent, Harry and Meghan, whose recent Netflix series showing them at odds with the family.
It's a dirty game.
But this Christmas, it was William and Kate in the spotlight, attending services with their 3 children, Prince Louis making his first Christmas Day appearance. Also, a surprise appearance from Prince Andrew, previously accused of sexual assault of a minor, a case settled out of court this year. And last night, millions tuning in for the first Christmas address by King Charles, the first time in more than 70 years that the speech was given by someone other than his mother.
I'm standing here in this exquisite chapel of St. George at Windsor Castle, so close to where my beloved mother, the late Queen, is laid to rest with my dear father. I am reminded of the deeply touching letters, cards, and messages which so many of you have sent my wife and myself. And I cannot thank you enough.
The king also acknowledging the cost of living crisis and economic uncertainty for so many this year.
I particularly want to pay tribute to all those wonderfully kind people who so generously give food or donations, or that most precious commodity of all, their time, to support those around them in greatest need.
There was a mishap before the king's speech. It was accidentally leaked online by an Australian broadcaster 10 hours before it was supposed to air. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
543, that says 31. Sarah says it's 28, so just take the average. It's about 30, maybe 28 and a half.
It's freezing. How about that?
Somewhere in there.
All right, up next, what you need to know about washing machine recalls involving some Samsung washers.
And outside with Trans Guide, traffic is moving pretty good because there's nobody out there right now. Although it looks like there's probably more cars than you might think. So be careful. Use your blinker. We'll be back.
In your morning consumer headlines, anyone getting paid for their goods and services through apps like Venmo or Etsy just got some reprieve from the IRS. The IRS has announced it would delay the implementation of a rule change that would have resulted in a virtual paper chase of tax forms going out by January 31st of 2023 to anyone using such apps for their business transactions. The IRS has postponed it by a year. The move follows concerns from the tax preparation community, the electronic transactions industry, and some lawmakers. The rule, which would require third-party payment platforms to issue a 1099-K to both the IRS and the individual app user. It would apply for payments that exceed $600 over the course of the year. A business transaction that is taxable is defined by the IRS as any payment for a good or service, including tips.
If you own a Samsung top-load washing machine, there's a recall you might want to know about. Samsung is recalling more than 650,000 machines with super speed wash because of a fire hazard. The company says the machines can short circuit and overheat. Samsung has received more than 50 reports of smoking, melting, or overheating, or fires from the washers. Some cases resulted in property damage, and 3 people reported injuries from smoke inhalation. There is a software repair available. Details on the recall and the update can be found on Samsung.com. In the meantime, the company says to immediately stop using the washer. Ooh, get the old wash tub out, number 3 wash tub, and one of those rub boards, and start washing.
Or make some music.
Yeah, wash your clothes like that, and then hang them out on the line like they used to in the old days.
Although, if you hang out the clothes on the line,
not right now.
Right today, they'll freeze up.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to get up and washboard their clothes right now anyway. So
doing that the day after the Christmas.
I think that's a safe bet there, David. Yeah. Absolutely. Hey, the roads look okay out there right now. Let's go ahead and take a look with Trans Guide. Things are fine. Not really any issues reported as far as crashes go. This is 281 at San Pedro. And you can see this is 90 at Couples. Again, things are flowing smoothly. And across Texas, we do not anticipate any issues on the roads as far as weather goes. But take a look right now at the satellite and radar across the nation. You can see there is one system that's going to be causing some hiccups for travelers across the nation. It's currently working its way through the Great Lakes, bringing snowfall through Kentucky, parts of Tennessee, parts of Arkansas, even across the Red River. There's a little bit of snow that's falling. But again, we have got such dry air across Texas that a lot of this is even evaporating before it hits the surface. As for areas that will have some winter travel impacts today, mainly across the Great Lakes and across the Midwest, that's where we'll have some minor to moderate travel issues from that winter weather. And then across the Pacific West, that's going to be the case tomorrow on the 27th. It's another storm system moving in across the Pacific Northwest and across the Rocky Mountains. As we take a look at Wednesday, we expect some more travel impacts to have some issues across the Pacific Northwest and across the Rockies into Colorado. But again, here in Texas, things should look fine as we see not much in the way of any kind of precipitation across the state of Texas over the next several days. Outside right now, it's 28 degrees at San Antonio, 28 at Stinson, 28 at Kelly, and 33 at JBSA Randolph. Winds are generally calm right now, so not much of a wind chill out there. 32 in Del Rio this morning, 27 in Uvalde. It's below freezing in Pleasanton, 30 in Gonzales, 30 in New Braunfels, 23 in Kerrville. And as we take a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, we'll be able to see temperatures above freezing as early as 9 o'clock this morning. That's because we're going to have mostly sunny skies. We'll already be in the 50s around noon, and in the afternoon, 62 for the high temperature. Winds from the west-northwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. In your neighborhood, it'll be 64 in Uvalde, 59 in Kerrville, 62 in Canyon Lake, 60 in Pleasanton. Some of the warmest temperatures we've been seeing since Thursday when that strong Arctic cold front moved through. 60 in Helotes, 62 in Seguin, 62 at Stinson. David's been talking a lot about averages today. San Antonio's average is 63, so we're going to have a pretty average day this afternoon. But it is going to stay pretty dry out there. Dew points are in the teens and 20s, very dry outside, but over the coming days, we're slowly going to be seeing the dew points rise. Dew points will be in the 30s tomorrow, which is still very dry. And then on Wednesday, dew points in the 50s. By Thursday, you may notice the humidity in the air. Dew points are going to be in the upper 50s, which is still pleasant, but once we get close to 60 degrees, that's when you can still feel that. So what does this mean for us with dew points on the rise? Well, temperatures can only go as low as the dew points. So in the coming days, our morning lows are going to be rising. Now tomorrow, I still think we're going to have a widespread freeze at 30 degrees around south central Texas. Wednesday will be close to freezing, but slightly above. But then Thursday through the weekend, our morning lows are going to be in the 50s. So we do not anticipate any more freezes after about Wednesday morning. Then as we look ahead to the week, the next thing to talk about is the fact that there will be some isolated rain on Thursday and Friday. Only about 20% coverage on Thursday with a high temperature near 70, and only about 30% coverage on Friday with a high temperature of 72. So I don't anticipate a lot of rain with this system that's going to be moving through Thursday and Friday. Will still probably be the second driest year on record for San Antonio this year. So a very dry year, ending with just some spits and drizzles on Thursday and Friday. And then by Saturday and Sunday, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day looks great for the weekend.
David had a good reminder earlier, popping fireworks on New Year's. Be careful because of this drought that we've been in.
Absolutely.
So especially in unincorporated areas of Bexar County and other counties. I know Comal County is like one of the driest places in the entire state.
It is.
So,
you know what? I'm going to show the drought monitor in the next half hour to show people where the driest spots are.
There you go.
Thank you, Sarah.
And we have a median temperature today. That's a good day. 5:52 and 30 degrees. What did you say it was, really?
28.
It's still 28. Why does that thing say 30? We got to get that fixed.
I don't know.
Struggling after Christmas.
All of us are. All right, Netflix has launched a prequel series to The Witcher. Up next, we hear from the cast of The Witcher: Blood Origin.
Stay with me, oh lover, my heart's filled with worry.
The Witcher: Blood Origin takes place 1,200 years before the events of the original Witcher. The Netflix series counts Michelle Yeoh among its cast.
Chop them here. Find us a clan, and we may just make it out.
A new era of Witcher lore means a new cast of characters.
I am an ancient elf, the keeper of all lore. So, a storyteller and a protector of storytellers.
When all hope was lost, they led our ships to this continent. And now they light our skies again. It's a sign, kid. Maybe there's hope for me too.
Merwin dreams and aspires to be someone who can push this continent into a new golden era for elf kind. And she wants to be someone with an opinion who can be heard and listened to.
Gwen. Meldoff is a fierce, independent, witty, dwarf with a killer warhammer called Gwen, and when we meet her in The Witcher Blood Origin, she's been on a quest all over the continent. And the lark herself, no less. Thought he'd be shorter. Still, it's not your fault. Your exploits are becoming more famous than your songs.
Ayla is an elite warrior, blessed with a voice from the gods, for her to share messages and stories through song.
The rumble of horse sweeps down.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
2022 coming to a close this week, and we want to take a look back at the top weather events we saw this year. That's ahead in our next hour of GMSA. And we take a look at the roads around San Antonio, still looking pretty good. No accidents to speak of that we know of right now. Not that much traffic out there. People are taking a rest after big Christmas Day yesterday on a Monday. We'll be right back.
I'm ABC's Justin Finch. Following that weekend winter storm that's left dozens dead and hampered holiday travel for thousands. The details ahead.
You think nothing of when you turn on a light switch, but whenever you haven't had power for a few days and you turn on a light switch, it means it's just everything.
An especially cold Christmas for many after several power substations on the West Coast were attacked by vandals. What police know about the attackers, that's just ahead.
And the Texas Longhorns getting ready for game day. They got a date with the Washington Huskies right here in San Antonio this week at the Valero Alamo Bowl. Preview coming up.
It says 31 degrees, but it's 30 degrees according to Sarah Spivey. At 6 this morning, another freezing start to the day after Christmas. But hey, she says things are going to warm up later in the week. She'll have our forecast in just a bit.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And good morning. It is Monday, December 26th, the day after.
The day after. This is like the tough day because you're still in holiday mode. It's official. The official federal holiday for Christmas is today.
Today's a great day because it's leftover day too.
Ooh, that's right.
Oh yeah, I have some leftovers when I go home.
I got a leftover key lime pie that I made. I got a leftover pasta that I made.
There you go.
I've got a lot of leftovers.
Sarah Spivey did all the cooking for her family. Kudos to you.
Thank you. My aunt did make some delicious gumbo yesterday that we were able to celebrate with, and it was so good.
And you know, sometimes the leftovers are better than the original.
All the flavors meld all together.
All right.
All right, taking a look outside right now, we have got freezing temperatures around San Antonio. It's 30 degrees and dew points are low. It's very dry outside, chapstick weather, extra lotion on the hands weather. It's very dry outside. And as we take a look at temperatures around the metro area, it's still below freezing in New Braunfels where it's 31 degrees, 26 in Bulverde, 24 in Rio Medina, 24 in Bandera, 22 in Hondo, and 24 in Uvalde. Today calls for total sunshine. We're going to be looking once again at temperatures rising pretty steadily. By noon, we'll be in the 50s, and in the afternoon, 62 for the high temperature. West-northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Your traffic authority today, things look pretty nice on the roads. We're not seeing that many issues out there right now. Early this morning, we didn't really anticipate that many issues, it being so soon after Christmas. But you can see there are still people on the roads. That's 410 at Perrin Vital. Again, flowing smoothly out there, but temperatures are still going to be well below freezing. So just bundle up if you're planning on heading out over the next hour or so. As we take a look at gas prices, if you can find anything in San Antonio that's less than $2.50, go for it. That's the average right now across the city. Texas average $2.64, and the national average, if you're heading out around the nation, $3.10. So if you can find anything cheaper than that, you're good to go. I'll be back with a look at the weather across the state of Texas if you have family or loved ones planning on hitting the road. And we'll talk about how we'll be in the 70s by the middle of this week. David?
Thank you, Sarah. Terrifying moments for a couple sleeping in their trailer. They woke up to the smell of smoke. Crews say flames broke out around 11:30 last night on Goldfield Drive. That's on the northeast side near Loop 410 in Rittiman. Firefighters tell us that they were able to get the flames knocked out pretty quick without anyone getting hurt. Crews say flames spread from the couple's fireplace. And firefighters also had their hands full with a blaze at a loft on the northwest side. This one broke out around 10 last night on Hillcrest Drive, not far from Fredericksburg and Babcock. Crews say the building was evacuated after flames were sparked in a first-floor kitchen. While no one was hurt, 2 people are without a place to stay for the time being.
The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office is still working to identify a man who was killed in a crash involving a suspected drunk driver. It happened just after midnight yesterday on WW White Road and East South Cross. That's where police say the driver of an SUV ran a red light and smashed into another car. The driver of the car was taken to the hospital. The 78-year-old passenger died at the scene. Police arrested the driver of the SUV, who was booked for intoxicated manslaughter.
New concerns this morning about the security of the nation's electrical grid after more power substations were vandalized, knocking out power on Christmas Day. Many customers expected to be in the dark. Here's ABC's Derek Dennis.
This morning, new attacks highlighting the vulnerability of the U.S. power grid. On Sunday, Christmas Day, 3 power stations in Washington state were broken into, 2 of them vandalized. As a result, Tacoma Public Utilities and Puget Sound Energy reported 14,000 customers were left in the dark. Officials posting a message urging customers to report outages.
You think nothing of when you turn on a light switch, but whenever you haven't had power for a few days and you turn on a light switch, it means it's just everything.
The attacks come after at least 5 power substations were reportedly attacked in Washington and Oregon last month, and 2 more in North Carolina earlier this month. The targeted shootings at power substations left entire towns in Moore County without power for days.
And we have confirmed that this was malicious intent. This was no accident.
The local sheriff saying Duke Energy crews saw someone shooting from a vehicle near a power plant, then speeding off. Shell casings at the 2 sites recovered. Search warrants issued in the case, but it wasn't clear if they were for a person or people in the area.
Every investigator working on this case, state, local, and federal, know what you want, and that's answers.
Many substations are vulnerable because they're in remote areas and are mostly unattended. As for the Washington state attacks on Christmas Day, a statement from the Pierce County Sheriff says deputies are conducting the initial investigation. We do not have any suspects in custody. It is unknown if there are any motives or if this was a coordinated attack on the power systems. One former regulator said he can't recall another month with as many physical threats made to the U.S. electric grid, and a recent Homeland Security bulletin warned that domestic extremists have been developing plans to disrupt the grid since at least 2020. Derek Dennis, ABC News, New York.
In your morning consumer news, one group that will benefit from the $1.7 trillion spending bill that passed Friday are retirees. A savings measure in the bill is designed to ensure greater retirement plan participation by making it easier to opt into or out of plans. Samsung Electronics is betting on chips. The company plans to increase chip production capacity at its larger semiconductor plant in South Korea by next year. The move comes as a recent chip shortage turned into a chip glut as economies worldwide slowed down, but it could allow Samsung to grab a bigger market share in the long run.
A reported spike in COVID cases across China could impact Apple's bottom line. China is home to the world's largest iPhone factory, and the company may be facing supply chain issues after the country's zero COVID policy ended and more Chinese hospitals are overwhelmed. A quick fix may be coming soon for an issue with the iPhone Pro 14 Max. Users have been complaining about flashing horizontal lines on the display, periodically occurring when they wake up their phone. Apple reportedly says it's a software issue, and it's now planning to release an update.
6:08, 31 degrees.
Still ahead on GMSA, we're taking a look at the deadly aftermath of the brutal winter weather hitting parts of the United States over the weekend.
Fortunately here, we didn't have any extreme cases of weather here, just very, very cold, 31 degrees at 6:08 this morning. But Sarah Spivey says in just a couple of days, it's gonna warm up here in South Texas. She'll have our full forecast for us when we come back.